Hello, yogis. Namaste, and welcome to your Ayurvedic yoga practice. Today, I will be taking you through a Vasanta slow flow. According to Ayurveda, mid-March to mid-May is Vasanta, aka spring. This is a season of excess Vata and Kapha energy. Kapha is our earth and water elements, whereas Vata is our air and ether elements. This is a time of year with a lot of cold, moist, light, dry, and static energy. We can balance this with warm, light, easy to digest food, such as fruits, veggies, and grains. We want to avoid heavy, oily, kapha aggravating food. And when you're cooking, add in turmeric, cinnamon, and ginger. Maybe have a nice hot ginger tea. As the sun is coming out more, we want to make sure that we're spending time in nature as we reacquaint with the sunshine. In tonight's practice, all of the asana and pranayama that we will be doing will help balance your kapha and vata energies. We can begin in a comfortable seated position, sukhasana. Closing the eyes or taking a steady gaze ahead. We settle in. And anything else that's been happening today or this week, we can simply leave it at the door, knowing you can pick it up again on your way out. But for now, the only place you need to be is this present moment. From here, we begin to extend each inhale and exhale a little bit deeper. Taking deep sips of oxygen into the lungs, filling them completely. Exhale, releasing fully. And as we begin to slow down, taking notice of the inner landscape of the body, we can use this information to help set an intention for tonight's practice. Asking yourself, what brings me to the mat? What energy do I hope to cultivate while I'm here? And how can I bring that energy into my life with me? If you'd like to invite in a pranayama for tonight's practice, we continue breathing through the nostrils, bringing a slight constriction to the throat for an ujjayi breath. This will sound like a slight snore or an ocean wave. This is a warming breath you can bring with you throughout your practice. We'll make our way to a tabletop position, hands and knees, as we start to warm up the spine with cat-cow, Smarishanasana. Exhale, arching the back, cat pose. Inhale, dropping the belly, cat pose, cow pose. And just moving with your own breath cycle here. Coming back to our neutral tabletop, we tuck the toes, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hips in the air, Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. It's our first down dog of the practice, so feel free to pedal out your knees, move your hips, take what you need. Next inhale, we're rounding the spine forward, hips drop, pushing ourselves to an upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Deep breath here as we push the earth away. Exhale, sending your hips back, Balasana, child's pose, reaching forward, Third eye to mat connection here. Next inhale, we're rounding the spine forward, hips drop, pushing ourselves up, Urdhva Mudra Savasana. Tucking the toes, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hips in the air, Adho Mudra Savasana, downward facing dog. From here, we walk our feet towards our hands, grabbing either elbow, putting a good bend in the knee for Uttanasana, forward fold. Nodding the head yes, shaking it no. Allowing that cervical spine to release. We'll inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, let it fall. Next inhale, we're gently rising, vertebra by vertebra, saving our head for last, finding our way to Tadasana, mountain pose. The next breath I would like to show you is a Kapha balancing breath called the breath of joy. Inhale, arms come overhead, palms meet. Exhale, palms melt through, heart center all the way down to the ground, Uttanasana. Letting your head hang at the bottom of the breath. Inhale, rising all the way back up, palms meet. Exhale all the way back down. We'll do one more of these, moving with your own breath cycle. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, let it fall. We'll walk our hands and feet back out to downward facing dog. Taking a breath here, pedaling out the knees, whatever you need. Next inhale, we're rounding the spine forward, hips drop, pushing ourselves to an upward facing dog. Exhale, we'll find our way back to a tabletop position, moving through cat-cow, or whatever organic movement is calling to you. Coming back to our neutral tabletop, we'll send the right leg out to the side as we start to rock back and forth. Just tuning into the hips and the hamstrings here. Listening to your body. Walking the hands in towards the body. We'll inhale, rising up to gate pose. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, palms melt back down to the mat. And our right foot is going to step behind the left foot. We'll inhale, right hand into the sky, finding a supported side plank. So we're going from here to here, up to side plank supported. Staying connected to your deep, steady breath. Exhale, we'll bring that right hand back down to the mat, finding our way to tabletop. as we move through cat-cow or whatever organic movement is calling to you. As you're ready, we'll send our left leg out to the side, rocking back and forth, tuning into those hips and hammies. Walking our hands in towards the body. We inhale, rising up to gate pose. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, palms melt back down to the mat. And from here, our left foot steps behind the right foot. Our left hand raises into the air for a supported side plank. Deep breaths here. Exhale, bringing your left hand back down to the mat. Finding our way back to tabletop. Flowing through organic movement, taking what you need. And coming back to our neutral tabletop, tucking the toes, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hips in the air, Adho Mukha Savasana. Next inhale brings our left leg into the sky, bending the knee to open the hip. Exhale, left foot steps between the hands. We'll inhale, windmilling the arms open, finding warrior two, Virabhadrasana. Once we're here, we have one hand in the future, one hand in the past. We remain here in this present moment. We'll inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Windmilling our hands back down to the mat. Left foot meets the right, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Next inhale brings your left leg into the sky, bending the knee to open the hip. Right leg in the sky, bending the knee. Exhale, right foot steps forward. We'll inhale, windmilling our hands open to Virabhadrasana, warrior two on the other side. Once again, we have one hand in the future, one in the past, remaining here in this present moment. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Moving with your breath, we windmill the hands back down to the mat. Right foot meets the left, downward facing dog. From here, we'll inhale, rounding the spine forward, hips drop, pushing ourselves to an upward facing dog. Exhale, send your hips back, Balasana. Next inhale, we're gonna rise on up, finding a comfortable seated position on the mat. And the next practice I want to show you is called thymus tapping. So you might have heard of EFT tapping. It is basically the same thing. So we're going to come here into our sternum, and we're just going to start tapping with our fingertips all along the sternum and down the sternum, and just kind of all over your torso here. And as we do this, we're really imagining healing, loving energy entering the body. This tapping is good for our lungs, our heart, our bronchioles, and it's good for our immunity. It also helps break up any excess mucus. As the air is getting more humid this time of year, our body's Kapha response can be to have a little bit more mucus in the lungs. So we're just helping break that up. And finishing up your taps. We'll straighten the legs out, finding our way into Dandasana staff pose. Rolling out the ankles, swishing your feet from side to side, flexing and pointing the toes. We'll inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, reaching for your toes, letting your head hang, putting a good bend in your knee if you need it. Deep breaths here. Next inhale, we'll gently rise back up. And from here, we'll bring our left foot to the inner right thigh. Inhale, arms come overhead, turn to your toes. Exhale, reaching for your right foot, letting your head hang. Deep breaths here. Next inhale, we're gently rising back up. Our right leg is straight out in front of us. Our left leg crosses over the right thigh. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, twist to the left, finding Lord of the Fishes pose. We'll inhale back to center. And from here, we're going to bend that right knee in. We're coming into a cow's head. So maybe your knees stay just like this. Maybe you're able to get your left knee right on top of the right. And for this one, I like to grab my blocks, keeping them in front of me. So you have right knee under, left knee on top. Looks like this. Or it looks like this. It just depends on your body. And we'll bring our left arm under, right arm on top, twisting the hands together for Garudasana, eagle arms, and Gomukhasana, cow's head legs. Once we're here, we're sending the breath to the shoulders and the hips. This is a beautiful place to stay, but if you'd like to take it deeper, we can start hinging forward at the hips, finding your lap, your blocks, or the mat. Really intensifying that hip stretch here. finding the edge of comfort and stretch, listening to your body. Inhale, we'll rise back up. Uncrossing the arms, take a little cactus stretch. Uncrossing the legs, shake it out. Find whatever you need to bring that circulation back, whatever wiggles or stretches. And as you're ready, we'll come back to Tadasana staff pose. Rolling out the ankles, swooshing our feet. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, reaching for your feet, letting your head hang. Deep breaths here. Next inhale, we'll gently rise back up, bringing our right foot to the inner left thigh. We'll inhale, arms come overhead, turn to your toes. Exhale, reaching for your left foot, letting your head hang. Deep breaths here. Next inhale, we're gently rising on up. Left leg is straight out in front of us. Right leg crosses over the left thigh. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, twisting to the right, finding Lord of the Fishes on the other side. Inhale, coming back to center. From here, we'll bend that left leg in. Maybe you stay here. Maybe your right knee falls on top of your left. Finding Gomukhasana, cow's head. We'll begin with our right arm under, left arm on top, twisting together. Inhale, elbows rise. Deep breaths here. This is a beautiful place to stay, but if you took the option to hinge forward on the other side, finding your blocks, really intensifying that hip stretch. Deep breaths here. Next inhale, we'll gently rise back up. Untwisting the arms, take that cactus. Untwisting the legs. Getting whatever little shimmy, shake, or stretch you need. And as you're ready, we'll make our way to the top of the mat. Soles of the feet come together. Bandha Konasana, butterfly pose. I like to pop my blocks underneath my knees here to help support my hips. Bringing your hands to heart center, the womb, the lap, or wherever they feel most comfortable. Coming back to this present moment. Coming back to your breath. The next pose we're going into is a reclined butterfly. I'd like to give you a couple of options. We can keep these blocks underneath the knees. If you would like your hips to open up, like the inner hips, I would suggest underneath the feet so that your hips can open. Or if you would like to invite in a chest opener, we can do 2 blocks behind the shoulders, or 1 behind the shoulders, 1 behind the head. So finding the version of this pose that most honors your body, I would suggest setting up your blocks, scooching up to them so that your first block is lined up with your shoulder blades. Second block comes to the middle of the back of the head. Taking whatever micro adjustment you need to get nice and cozy. And once we're here, take notice if you're holding on to any tension in the body. Releasing the jaw, relaxing the eyebrows, allowing your shoulders to melt down, your hips relax as you are fully supported in your practice. Whenever you're ready, we can gently release our props out to the side as we bring our knees together. Our heels come next to the hips. From here, we'll cross our left foot over the right thigh. And whenever you're ready, That right leg can raise on up, grabbing the thigh or calf for supine figure 4. Deep breaths here. Gently releasing your right leg back down to the mat. We'll take a breath to switch it out, crossing right over left. And as you're ready, left leg floats on up into the sky, grabbing the thigh or calf, finding the version of supine figure 4 that feels best on your body. Exhale, we'll gently release that left leg back down to the mat. Uncrossing the legs, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hugging your knees into the chest. Give yourself some love. Exhale, we'll release, grabbing the outsides of the feet, finding Ananda Balasana, happy baby. Once we're here, we can rock from side to side. Maybe straighten one leg and then the other. Take what you need. Your next exhale, we can gently release back down to the mat, finding our way into our final Savasana, corpse pose. Palms facing up, eyes are closed. Focus returns to the breath, to the intention you set at the beginning of practice. Feel free to take on whatever restorative pose is calling to you here. Maybe it's legs bent or up the wall. Take what you need. You can feel free to stay here as long as you need. But whenever you're ready, we'll start to wake the body back up, wiggling the fingers and the toes, gently rolling to the side, supporting your head with your arms. We'll gently push ourselves back up to a comfortable seated position, Sukhasana, meeting with our hands at heart center in Anjali Mudra. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. I hope that you are feeling balanced with this new spring season. The light, love, and divinity in me honors the light, love, and divinity in you. Thumbs come to the third eye, we bow. Namaste.